Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Tuesday, and Tuesday is the day I was planning on getting everything loaded up and prepared to leave out early to the border to go to No Name Nationals. I like to get there early every year, and right now I'm just shaking my head. So in the last video, we were telling you what was going on with the no oil pressure shit and stuff like that. Got oil pressure back, but there was some damage to the engine. Now I think part of it was already there, and just things just didn't go our way. So I'm a little disappointed, a little frustrated, and a few other choice words, but it's neither here or there. So, make a long story short, the Lark is not going to make it to No Names. Now, if I would have left the engine in it like it was, I at least could have got it on the trailer, off the trailer, and everybody could have looked at it, but we decided to swing for the fence. And I had picked up Chris, and we pulled the engine out yesterday. And was hoping that we could have gotten by with putting some new rod bearings in it, some new main bearings in it. So we got the engine out and dropped the oil pan. And I think it's number 3 cylinder. Had spun a bearing. And wiped the crank out to where that we couldn't get by with putting some bearings in it. So anyway, so now the engine sits, and I was trying to get a crankshaft kit for it, and the only one I could find right now I couldn't afford, nor Brad at the moment. So yeah. So the front of the car is torn back apart. So, and that's where we are. And like I said, I'm dealing with a bunch of emotions right now because Chris and I worked our butts off on this thing for, last time he came down. Got a lot of stuff knocked out in 4.5 days. And then Ethan contributed and helped a little bit, and thought we were going to be able to make it. And right now it's hard for me to make this video because I really wanted this car to be there. And I appreciate everybody that was giving me encouragement. But it is what it is. So the Lark's going to stay home and get a crank kit ordered for it. It's going to take a few days to get here. And hopefully get this motor back into the Lark and kind of just start over again. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. So we are still going to No Name, just not with the Lark. And like I said again, I'm sorry. Stuff happens. It's beyond my control right now. And it's what it's going to be. And a couple of y'all are asking what was the issue with the oil pressure. The pickup tube wasn't fully inserted into the oil pump, so it had just a little bit of a gap. and wasn't getting the oil pressure it needed. Now, that being said, you know, personally, I think this engine was already on its way out due to the damage that's on the crank right now. And sometimes you get a good deal on Marketplace, sometimes you don't. I mean, technically the motor did run, so I don't know. So anyway, we're going to be going with Plan C. And what is Plan C? Well, some of y'all seen it last year, and we're going to go ahead and bring it. We're going to bring the truck with us. Plan C. Now, we haven't done anything to it since last year. You know, it's still got the marks on it from the burnout competition. So we'll just leave that there. But she hasn't been driven since. So for those that were there last year know what happened. We had a little fire where the headers got really hot, and somehow the evap system got down on the header, caused a little bitty fire that a can of beer took care of, but it swelled the reservoir up on the power steering and cracked it. So right now I got the battery charging up, and see if we can get her fired off, get her around to the front of the garage. I've got another power steering pump here for it. We're going to put that in it. I'm going to make a little plate to put behind it, kind of keep the heat away from it this time, and load it up on the trailer. So even though I'm not going to be bringing the vehicle that I really wanted to bring and y'all wanted to see, but I'm not going to let that stop us from going to No Names, having a good time, hang out with all my friends, and just be one with the community there. So I'm going to get started on this. Hopefully get her done, get her loaded on the trailer. I still got a bunch of packing to do, and then we're going off to No Name. So other than that, guys, you know, this was a video I didn't really want to make, but this is real life, man. Stuff happens. And we'll get back on the Lark after No Names and maybe get her running and driving, and hopefully maybe hit a track before the end of the season here. Up here it kind of varies and when the track's closed for the year. But it is what it is. But other than that, guys, y'all have a good one, a safe one, and we'll see you at No Name Nationals.